What if I told you that at this very moment, your body is actively repairing itself, not in a motivational sense, not in a philosophical sense, but in a measurable, biological, scientific way? Right now, cells in your body are correcting DNA errors. Proteins are being synthesized to repair tissue. Your immune system is identifying abnormal cells and removing them. Inflammatory signals are turning on and off in precise balance. The real question is not whether your body can heal. The question is whether you are creating the conditions that allow it to. Healing is not magic. It is physiology. When you cut your skin, you don't consciously instruct platelets to form a clot. You don't command white blood cells to prevent infection. You don't tell fibroblasts to lay down collagen and rebuild tissue. Yet it happens, automatically, intelligently, predictably. This capacity is embedded in your biology. Your DNA carries instructions for repair. Your immune system constantly performs surveillance, identifying cells that don't belong. In fact, research suggests that potentially harmful cells are eliminated by your immune system every single day before they ever become a problem. That is not alternative thinking. That is mainstream physiology. Healing is the default setting of the human body, but healing requires balance. Take inflammation, for example. Inflammation is often described as something negative. But without inflammation, you could not survive. If you sprain your ankle, inflammation increases blood flow, recruits immune cells, and begins the repair process. That is protective. The issue is not inflammation itself. The issue is chronic inflammation when the switch never turns off. Chronic sleep deprivation, persistent stress, metabolic dysfunction, ultra-processed diets, these keep inflammatory pathways activated. Over time, this can contribute to cardiovascular disease, metabolic disorders, and immune dysregulation. The body can heal, but it cannot heal efficiently in a constant state of overload. Let's talk about sleep. During deep sleep, growth hormone increases. Tissue repair accelerates. The brain activates its glymphatic system, clearing metabolic waste. Immune memory strengthens. Natural killer cell activity is optimized. When sleep is restricted, inflammatory markers rise. Insulin sensitivity declines. Immune resilience weakens. Sleep is not laziness, it is biological maintenance. Then there is metabolic health. Your cells operate within an internal environment. When blood glucose remains chronically elevated, proteins undergo glycation. Mitochondria, the energy producers of the cell, become less efficient. Oxidative stress increases. But here's the encouraging part: metabolic systems are remarkably adaptable. Regular physical movement improves insulin sensitivity. Resistance training increases mitochondrial density. Whole, nutrient-dense foods reduce inflammatory burden. Even moderate lifestyle adjustments can shift biomarkers significantly within weeks. Cells respond when the environment improves. Now consider stress. Acute stress can be beneficial. It sharpens focus. It mobilizes energy. But chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated. Persistently high cortisol affects sleep, immune balance, fat distribution, and inflammatory pathways. The nervous system and immune system are deeply interconnected. Simple practices, such as controlled breathing, sunlight exposure in the morning, physical activity, and meaningful human connection have measurable effects on autonomic balance. They reduce sympathetic overdrive and enhance parasympathetic tone. That is not abstract. That is neurobiology. And then there is the microbiome. Trillions of microorganisms reside in your gut. They produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which support the intestinal barrier and modulate inflammation. Dietary fiber feeds beneficial bacteria. Diets high in ultra-processed foods reduce microbial diversity. Your gut communicates with your brain. Your diet communicates with your immune system. Food is not just calories. It is biochemical instruction. Now, let me be very clear. Believing in the body's capacity to heal does not mean rejecting modern medicine. There are times when antibiotics are necessary, when surgery is life-saving, when targeted pharmacologic therapy is essential. Medicine and natural physiology are not opposites. They are complementary. The goal is not to choose one over the other. The goal is to support the body's intrinsic repair systems while applying evidence-based medical care when needed. If we simplify this, healing thrives under certain conditions. Restorative sleep, stable metabolic function, reduced chronic inflammation, effective stress regulation, regular physical movement, nutrient-dense foods, strong social connection. When these pillars are present, the body often moves toward homeostasis, toward balance. Not instantly, not perfectly, but measurably. The biological truth is this: your body is not working against you. It is constantly working for you. It is trying to maintain equilibrium. It is trying to repair. It is trying to defend. Disease often develops when cumulative stressors exceed the body's adaptive capacity. But when unnecessary burdens are reduced, when sleep is protected, when movement becomes consistent, when nutrition supports rather than disrupts cellular processes, when stress is managed instead of ignored, you are not forcing healing, you are allowing it. And that shift from fighting your body to supporting it may be one of the most powerful transformations you can make. The most advanced healing system on this planet is not in a laboratory. It is within you. The question is not whether your body can heal. The question is whether you will give it the environment it needs to do so.